So, guys, we got on here. He's a member of the Naughty Nomad Facebook group, aspiring Naughty Nomad oh, you're not from Belgrade, but you're where in Serbia? You're from. You don't have to say, but you're from Serbia anyway. So you're here to give your perspective.
That's right. Serbian born and raised, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully to clear it out about some things on Belgrade and Serbia, like in general, because the mentality doesn't differentiate that much. Yeah.
So, for guys who are completely unfamiliar with Serbia or Serbian culture, how would you describe it in, in a paragraph?
It's a very good leverage point between the West, on a worldwide scale, and the East. There's a good balance of tradition and modernism that's induced within the lifestyle of the people, the mentality, the way we, think, live, operate on a daily basis. But it's a very, I would say, warm place. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind when someone asks me as a native Serbian what I can say, to describe my country in a sentence or a word. I would say warm, like heartwarming, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely found like Serbians probably the friendliest people in the Balkans. I've been there 3 times. I have nothing but good things to say about your country. How would you describe the dynamic between men and women there? I know it's a bit more conservative than Western Europe, but it's a little bit more relaxed than, let's say, Macedonia, Albania, Bosnia, that kind of thing.
Men lead, women follow.
Men lead, women follow. Yeah, because guys there are pretty alpha, right?
I'm not the one to say that, right?
Well, you're a Serbian dude. Like, describe your typical date with a Serbian girl. Do they expect you guys to pay for drinks? How long do they wait before you guys get under the covers? Or are they more kind of restrained with local guys because they're worried about their reputation? Are they more likely to have like a fling with a foreigner than a local guy, or the opposite?
All right, so let's start off by explaining the dynamics between Serbian women and Serbian men. All right, so the thing is, they not only expect the man to pay for drinks, like I'm not going to say they expect him to do, but the men taught women that they should expect them to, you know what I mean? Like women learn that our Serbian men are going to pay for it. And it's just like crazy to me how Serbian men, like the majority of them, doesn't allow women to pay. It's like it's below their honor to say so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very common in, I guess, in Central Europe, a lot of other Eastern European countries like Ukraine, Belarus. That's sort of the norm. Guys tend to pay for drinks and stuff. It's just a cultural thing. It's completely different to, let's say, the West.
To do that, they find pride in paying for drinks or dinner or whatever. Like they take care of the women, financially speaking. I'm not saying the women are all down for it, right? Some of them take it personally. Some of them decided they want to be strong, independent women. But behind all that is the thought that the man wants to, I'm not going to say take care of the chick in the the classical sense of the word, but it's just kind of a gesture that's been here for a very long time, and it's the way it is. It's the norm, I would say so.
Cool. And a lot of guys say, and I don't know if you saw my interview with Belgrade Beat, the kind of consensus that in Serbia, it's not as common to have one night stands. Girls take a little bit more work, because they're a little bit more conservative. Is that the case? I mean, you're a good looking local guy, so I want to hear your perspective.
On one night stands, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to say they're very possible. In fact, they happen all the time. The thing is, you got to play out your cards real well if you're going for one night in Serbia, because there's one thing that like all the, viewers and you and I know about. It's called social status. And here it's a big thing, right? The social status here matters a lot. So who you are you well known? How do you present yourself, etc. That affects your rate of success at anything. So not only dating, but business and just, day-to-day interactions with people. This affects them.
So status is important in social circle. is crucial.
Yeah. The thing is, in Serbia, you can demonstrate high status without a circle. It's simple as that. But it's just better if there's a social circle to cover this for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And tell me this: do you think it's easier or harder for foreign guys when they go over to Serbia? What is the opinion of Serbian women about foreign guys in general, I guess?
All right. So regarding their opinion, I guess we'll have to ask them, right? So I'm really not the one to say what they think about foreign guys. But in general, foreigners are very well accepted in Serbia. Like it doesn't matter if you know, let's get something straight out. There's a lot of people who, and they're like usually older people, like 45, 50 plus, who feel kind of, you know, deflect, repulsed from the West. And I'm talking mostly America here because there's been conflicts, as you know, in this area. And regardless, the people of Serbia have always been very hospitable towards Westerners, towards Eastern. Like it doesn't matter. Foreigners were always welcome here. You know what I mean? Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, back. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, I would say Serbia is extremely receptive towards foreigners, towards like it doesn't matter if you're a tourist, if you're an expat, you're gonna be well received here. In fact, there's a higher probability. There's like if something happens to you on road, there's a very high chance that a Serb is going to help you out and not help out a fellow Serb, which is just a paradox to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
I guess they really want to make a good impression. That was the feeling I got when I was there. People were really, really welcome, and they go out of their way, especially because the way the news media spun the whole '90s, and they kind of made Serbs look like the bad dudes when the Croats were just as bad, and there was a lot of blood spilt on all sides, and they're really determined to make up for their reputation. They're like, hey, we're awesome, by the way, just so you know. That was a.
I know that how I feel. Yeah, there's none of that. Like nobody here gives a fuck about our reputation, right? It's just something that comes from the inside. You're a foreigner, you're in Serbia, you're in trouble. All right, let's go. I'm gonna get you out. You know what I mean? And that's the way things work. There's I think zero need for validation right there. It's just pure 100% from the inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're proud people. What if guys were going for let's say 2 weeks to a month, where would you recommend they visit aside from Belgrade?
Novi Sad and Niš.
Yes, the two other cities. I've been to Novi Sad. Really good fun. It's a student city, exit festival. I love that place.
Come to Exit Festival this year. It's at the beginning of August, and there's going to be some really big names out there.
Still on. It's still on with the whole crap. Oh, nice. Check it out, guys. Do women expect to go on a couple of dates before they do something? What percentage would you say even keep their virginity until marriage?
I don't think there's such a thing anymore, honestly. There's a very, very low percentage that cares about the virgin marriage thing. That's almost zero, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a percent elsewhere, no doubt, but it's very, very low. And regarding the number of dates it would take you until it's a real thing between you two, it all depends pretty much on who you are and how you come off to this chick we're talking about. But yeah, in general, Serbian chicks are gonna test you. Like they're gonna test the shit out of you, man. That's crazy. It's like nowhere else in the world. I'm pretty fucking sure about that.
I've heard similar complaints. I think I met some good ones when I was there, perhaps, but they weren't from Belgrade. I know the city makes people tougher. And in terms of shit tests, they know how to wind guys up. They know how to play guys. Do they know their power? Do they know that they're super good looking compared to mother? Yeah.
They got it in their pinky finger. It's right there. They're aware of that.
And is there many beta males in Serbia who would play up to that? Or do you guys don't take any crap? Or is it 50-50? You look like a guy who doesn't take a lot of crap.
Well, listen, it's not that I'm ready to play the game with a chick, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy it. To me, it's like where the 60-70% of the beauty of the whole thing is, right? But um it's just better to expose it immediately, because once you present yourself as someone who's like very self-centered, who is aware of who he is, who understands his identity very well, then it's just gonna stop, you know what I mean? That's I think the key to not only Serbia but many other places where women are this balance between feminine and strong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Like
actually.
Russia.
Yes, I thought they were similar in that kind of way, that the girls are very good looking, but also very educated as well. And, they're smart
Right.
cookies. They have a really good balance, really well-rounded individuals, I have to say. And I guess so they know their worth.
They know who they are very well. That's right.
Mm. And so would you advise guys going over there, if they wanted to meet a local girl, first of all, what do you reckon is the best way to do it? Day, night, online? And secondly, what's the best way to proceed? Should I take them out for a drink, that kind of thing, or coffee?
I feel like this is a thing that, goes for all women worldwide in general, like as a species. But Serbian women in particular have this radar for bullshit. They're going to read you like a book. Like, that's facts. And this has been proven many, many times.
So
So
direct.
what I can say, sorry?
So you need to go direct.
You need to be direct, you need to be genuine, and you need to be straightforward with them. They don't like bullshit is generally not tolerated here. You're gonna be appreciated if you're genuine in Serbia. You know what I mean? Like, be yourself. It doesn't matter what kind of person you are, just be yourself. And then, people are gonna figure out if they wanna, vibe with you or not. But regarding like this particular subject, approaching and taking Serbian chicks out, you got to be direct, you got to be yourself, you got to be open, and there's very, very little space for bullshit. I mean, you can put some mask on, whatever, but that goes down very fast with them, I would say. At least this is my experience. For how long? For the past 20 years. Yeah.
And if you were meeting a girl, would you typically take her for a drink or coffee? What's a first date look like in Serbia?
It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're the one who decides, you could pretty much take her skydiving. She won't give a fuck. As long as you're the one who takes the initiative. As long as you're the one who gives her. So just be the one who sets the energy. That's what I'm gonna say. It doesn't matter if you decide to go for coffee or whatever. I wouldn't take her for dinner, right? And I don't recommend this to anyone. Like, don't go for lunches, don't go for dinners. Just go for something where you can express yourselves in a very casual tone, right? That doesn't require anything formal or too professional. Like, not that. Just go casually.
If you were to go to Belgrade tomorrow, and let's say you were single or whatever, where would you go out? What would be your favorite place to hang out? Would you go to the Splavs, or you're like, screw that noise? Would you prefer the pub scene? Is there anywhere in particular you like?
There's a few good underground clubs that attract a bit of a younger crowd. They're called KPTM and
Yes, they
Club.
were mentioned in the last. Mentioned in the last interview I did.
KPTM is the place to go. It's a good venue for real. You can find a lot of things there. Like, it's a diverse crowd. It's younger nonetheless, but it's diverse, and the things they play there are pretty diverse themselves. And there's another thing called Club Shecher, which means sugar. It's also it's a good place
Nice.
for underground type of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of like that scene as well. I'm a bit more like a hipster heart, I guess. I don't like the pretentious bullshit. I like people who are laid back, relaxed.
Right on. That's the place you should go. The thing is, the places that are, you would say, formal or not as laid back as those underground places, they're just as easy, right? Because I can tell, like, this is another paradox thing about Serbia, but the chicks that look like they got super strong bitch shields in their faces, they're super easy to crack. Like, you can't even imagine how easy they are to crack compared to how tough their bitch shield looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all show.
It's all show. It's like smoke and mirrors. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of good looking chicks like that. I saw a lot of eights and nines over there. All right, so man, anything you want to add? I think we got some good stuff there. I think guys will get a lot of value from the info you've just dished out. Um, you've pretty much confirmed what a lot of guys have said. Actually, it sort of seems to be a consensus. Friendly people, very approachable. Not exactly easy, but it happens. You might have to work a bit. No bullshit. Be direct. Take them for a drink, pay the bill, and yeah, and if you got game, she'll like you or she won't like you. And do they have any type of is there any type of looks that they particularly like? Because in certain places in Eastern Europe, like guys who look a bit more Mediterranean do well. Is there anything like that, or do they have like a special fetish for Spanish guys, or even
No.
no?
Just looking, I guess. Take care of yourself well, be decent, be presentable, and that's it pretty much. Muscles and good physique are a plus always, and that's it pretty much, as you said. And as I said, you got to be yourself. Like that's like the headline. Be genuine, be who you are, be a man, bro. We're still people who believe in, I'm not going to use the word traditional, but I'm going to use the word classical sense of the word man. So be a classical man. That's what works here very well.
Yeah, classical virtues. And that's, again, something that came up in my last interview. All right, man. Yeah. Excellent. Listen, thanks for reaching out. I really appreciate it.
Mark, take care, and hopefully our paths cross one day.
All right, man. Take care. Adios.
Take care.